So we are going to look at another topic which we call network models. Network models. And in this, we want to look at ways of optimizing networks. The ways or techniques of optimizing networks. And basically, there are three types of models or techniques that are used to optimize networks. To optimize networks and find solutions for network problems. These techniques are, number one is what we call the minimal spanning tree technique. Number one is the minimal spanning tree. Spanning tree technique. Spanning tree technique or model. So this determines the path through the network that connects all the points while minimizing the total distance or length of material being used. The technique can be used to establish optimal ways to connect utilities such as water, electricity, gas, computer cables, oil pipelines, etc. Internet. And the decision rule or the decision on which this technique is based is to minimize the total length of the material being used. To minimize the total length of the material that is being used. And we could answer this with a way of an example. We could approach this or make it better, understand it better by way of an example. Example, National Water and Sewerage Corporation is planning to install a complete water system connecting all the housing units in its Naria housing estate. Full stop. The location and the distances in hundreds of feet between the housing units are as given here below in the following network. So we have these houses. As given in this network. Twelve. 13. This is 12. So these are the distances between these houses. This is house number 1. This is house number 2. House number 5. House number 8. House number 7. House number 6. House number 3. House number 4. So there are 8 houses, and these are the distances. This is 12. So those are the distances between these houses. So the requirement is study the network, and advise National Water and Sewerage Corporation of optimally connecting water to the housing units in this estate. Optimally connecting water to the housing units in this estate. Now, before we go into the workings of this example, these are the steps. The steps for obtaining for using steps for using the minimum spanning tree technique. It has various steps, and these include: number one, we select any housing estate or node in the network select any housing estate, means select any housing unit. Select any housing unit or node. The nodes are the circles representing houses. Connect this node or housing unit to the nearest node or housing unit that minimizes the total distance. Connect this node to the nearest housing unit or node that minimizes the total distance. Step 3, considering all the nodes that are now connected, find and connect the nearest node that is currently not connected. Repeat the third step until all the nodes or the housing units have been connected. So find step 3 is, they say, considering all the nodes that are now connected, find and connect the nearest or the shortest node that is not connected. Repeat number 4, repeat the third step until when all the nodes are connected. Number 5, if there is a tie in the third step where 2 or more nodes are connected, that are not connected are equally near each other. Select one arbitrarily and continue. If there is a tie, you look for a node, any node arbitrarily, and you process, and you continue the process. A tie means that there might be more than one optimal solution. So let's apply these steps to our national housing, the national housing estate in an area. So, as I say, the first step is to select any node. For example, let's begin with the node 1, housing unit 1. Now, if you look at this network, housing unit 1 can be connected to housing unit 2, housing unit 3, or housing unit 4. The cost or the distance between 1 and 2 is 10, between 1 and 3 is 8, between 1 and 4 is 12. So which of these ones minimizes the distance? This is the one that minimizes. So we can connect these two. This is the minimum. We can connect these two. Now, once we have connected those two, then we look at any node that is not connected now. From here, we look at any node. Step 2 is connect this node to the nearest node that minimizes the distance. Considering all the nodes now that are now connected. So, this one is connected. This one is also connected. They are all. So, considering all of these, this one is connected, this one is connected. Now, which of these ones, if you add it on, any of these which are connected, that can minimize the total distance? Now, this one can be connected to 6 only. This one can be connected to 2, or it can be connected to 4. So, we can connect 1, 2, to 2. I have to repeat that. Why are we doing this? We are looking for the cheapest way to connect to water. Now, this one is connected, this one is connected. If we connect this one to 6, the cost will be 15. This one is connected. Now, if we connect this one to the second one, it will be 10. If we connect it here, it will be 12. So the cheapest, 15, 12, and 15. 15, 12, and 10, the cheapest is 10. Now, if this is 2, it is now connected. This one is also connected. This one is connected. So among these ones, we have to look for this is connected, this is connected, this is connected. Which of these ones provide us the next lowest step? We could either connect 12, 2 to 5, 2 to 6. This one will be 12, this one will be 18. We could connect 3 to 6, the cost will be 15. And we could connect 1 to 4. The cost is 12. So we are indifferent there. So if we are indifferent there, this one and this one is 12. These are indifferent. They tie. So you can choose any and they are the minimum. So we could connect this one or that one. The choice is. So anyway, let's connect. We could connect this one to this one. Let's connect this. But we would as well have connected this one to that, and the solution would have remained the same. Now, if we connect this one to that, then this one is connected. This one is connected. This one is connected. This one is connected. Now, 6 is not connected. We could connect this to this one to that. It would give us 18. We can connect 5 to 10. It would give us 10. If we can connect 5 to 8, it would give us 13. Now, among all of these ones, 10 is the cheapest. Compare the 12, 15, 18, and 13. 10 is the cheapest. So we could connect these two. Now, once we have done the connection, this one is connected, this one is connected, this one itself is connected, and this one is connected. Now, we could extend this one to this. If we connect 5 to 8, it will give us 13. If we connect 6 to 8, it will give us 9 as the cost. If we connect 6 to 7, it will give us a cost of 10. If we connect 6 to 4, it will give us a cost of 12. So among all of these, which is the cheapest? The cheapest would be 10, which is to connect. Hey, there is also, this one is already connected. The cheapest is 10, which would be connecting 6 to 7. So we connect this 6 to 7. 6 to 7 is now connected. Now 7 is connected, 5 is connected, 6 is connected. This one is not yet. 1 is connected, and it can supply here. So 6, this would be 12. This one, no, there's an error here. There's an error. There is an error. This let's go back before we make 10. This one is 10. Let's go back. This one is connected. 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 It can connect here. So 5 can connect to 8 at a cost of 13. 6 can connect to 8 at the cost of 9. It can connect to 7 at the cost of 10. It can connect to 4 at the cost of 14. 1 can connect to 4 at the cost of 12. This one is the cheapest. This one is the cheapest. So 6 can connect to 8 at the cost of 9. Now, once 8 has been connected, what remains unconnected is this and that. So this can connect to this at the cost of 14. This can connect to this at the cost of 10. This can connect to that at the cost of 12. This can connect to that at the cost of 12. Among these ones, the cheapest is 6 to 7, which is 10. Six to 12, which is 10. Now, this one is connected. This one is connected. Now, this one is connected. This one is the only one that's not connected. It can be connected by this, it can be connected by that. It can be connected by this. Among these ones, the connection here would be 12, the connection here would be 12, the connection is 8. This is the cheapest way, and that is, so our solution, all housing units now have been connected to water. Now, solution. Connection, the cost. So you would have 1 to 2, it will give us 10. 2 to 5, it gives us 12. Let me finish with 1 first of all. Okay, it will give us 12. 5 to 6. 5 to 6 would give us 10. 6 to 8 would give us 9. 6 to 7 would give us 10. 7 to 8, 7 to 4, sorry. 7 to 4 would give us 8. And 1 to 3 would give us 8. The total would be what? Total would be 20, 30. This is 30. 1, 2, 3, 30. 30, 50 plus 17 is 67. So the total will be 6, because there are hundreds of units, 600 hundreds of units. So this will be the solution. 67. When you add it in single terms, because these are hundreds of feet, so whatever material you are using would be about 6,700 units of material being used. And in this case, all the housing estates have been connected. Whichever way you use, even if you had where there was a tie, like the other time, instead of moving this side, if you had moved here, still would get the solution of 67, although the connections would be a bit different. So that's one of the techniques that is used in this modeling, network modeling. The next technique is what we call technique number 2 is the maximum. A maximum flow technique. Flow technique. And you can write and say, this determines the maximum flow of any quantity or substance. Quantity, substance, material or items through a network. For example, the maximum number of vehicles that can go through a network of roads from one location to another per unit of time, or the amount of material such as water, gas, or oil that can be pumped through a network of pipelines or water pipes from one location to another per unit of time. And we could take an example. To illustrate what we are talking about. Example of what we are talking about, to illustrate what we are talking about, would be as follows. Kampala Capital City Authority, KCCA, example, Kampala Capital City Authority is planning to improve the flow of traffic within the city by establishing the following road network. Between Natete which is node 1, between Natete node 1 and Bweyogerere, which is node 6, node 6. And this road network is as indicated here below. The road network is as indicated here below. This is 2. That is 6. That is 5. That is 3. So this is Bweyogerere, sorry, Natete. And Bweyogerere. This is 2. 2. So the numbers by the nodes, these nodes are locations. Like this is Natete, the other one is Bweyogerere. So the numbers, these other ones could be other places, like maybe in between. Like, could be any location in between Bweyogerere and Natete. So the numbers by the nodes represent the traffic flow in hundreds of cars per hour from that direction. In other words, if you have 6 here, it means within 1 hour, 600 cars can move from here to location 2, and 10, 600. Then 1,000 cars can move from this location to this direction. Similarly, 8 can move from here to the other side, while no car can move from this side to the other direction. Here it means 8 can move from here up, 2 can move in the opposite direction. In this case, 10 can move from 6 to 12 to 5, while 12 can move from 5 to 6. That's the meaning of these nodes. So requirement. Determine requirement number 1. Determine the maximum number of cars that can be accommodated within 1 unit or within 1 hour, or that can be allowed to flow from Natete to Bweyogerere within 1 hour. Two, the maximum number of cars that can be allowed to flow from Bweyogerere to Natete within 1 hour. That is the reverse direction. So according to this technique, the steps for the solution are as follows. Steps. The steps to get the solution are as follows. 1, pick any path or any route with some flow of cars. 2, increase the flow as much as possible. Increase the flow or the number of cars as much as possible. Number 3, adjust the flow capacity. Numbers on the path. Number 4, repeat the steps. Repeat the steps above until an increase in the flow is no longer possible. Until an increase in the flow is no longer possible. So let's apply it here. Natete to Bweyogerere. We want to see the number of cars that can flow up to, from here up to Bweyogerere within an hour. This is enough. Now, let's look at the solution. Let's look at the root and any cars that are possible. Now we are going to evaluate all the roots. Let's go from 1 to 2 to 6. This route will take us up to Bweyogerere. I mean, that takes up to Bweyogerere, as you can see. From 1, only 6 cars can be allowed from here up to this point. From this point, 10 cars can be allowed here up to that point. So from here up to this point, up to that point, you can see this can allow 10. This one allows 6. 6 can move from here up to there. 10 from here up to there. So all of the 6. So you have 1 to 2 to 6. And this route gives us 6 cars. It gives us 6 cars. It gives us these cars. Now, this is supposed to be 4. You could have from you could have from 1 to 4 to 2 to 6. Now, 8 cars would be allowed up to here. From here, 8 cars would be allowed. Now, already, 10 can be allowed from here to there, but unfortunately, 6 had already been allowed here. To move from here to the other direction, 6 had been allowed. So this route can only take, 1 to 4, to 2 to 6 can take 4 cars. Because when 6 were allowed here, only 4 remained to move up this direction. So that direction can take 4 cars. So meaning that 4 cars have remained here. Now, if 4 cars have remained here, then we could move 1 to 4 to 6. This one had allowed 4, 4 have remained. This one can also take 4. 1 to 4 to 6. It can take up to 4 because these 4 of the 8 which were allowed here, 4 were allowed here. So 4 remained here. So this one can also take 4. It can take 4. Now, this one has remained with 4 cars. Now, from 1 to 3, 20 cars can come. 20 cars, this one can allow 6. Now, this one can allow 6. This one would have allowed 8, but there are no longer any 8. It can allow 4, because 4 have already gone. So 1 to 3 to 4 to 6. 1 to 3 to 4 to 6 can allow, these are 20, this is 6. Now 6, 4 have been already allowed, it can also allow 4. 4 cars. Because 4 have already been allowed in this direction. Now, the 20 cars came, this one has allowed 6. These 6, or not all the 6 can go through here, only 2 can go through here. This one is already exhausted. No more cars can move through here. Because 10 is exhausted. So this one can allow the 4 cars from here. The 6 cars which have come can only allow 4 to pass through here up to 6. So this one remains with 4. Now, from 2 to this one can only allow 2 cars up to this direction. Although the other one can allow 12. So we can have 1 to 3 to 5, then to 6. These were 20. This one we can only allow 2. So we allow 2 cars. And all, because these are 2 cars which can only move from here up the other direction. When they reach here, 12 would have been allowed, but we don't have that capacity to bring 12. Only 2 can be allowed up the other direction. And those are the number of cars. So when we add up, we shall end up with 6. This is 10, 18, and this would be 20 cars. These will be 20 cars that will be allowed from this direction to the other direction. You can also try from that direction to here. You can see, like last time, we could have moved from here to there, also moved from here to there direct. Another route could have been through here, 1 to 4 to 6, which would have given us 8 straight away. Another route could have been, there is 1 to 2 to 6, which could have given us 6. Up, then this one would have been 1 to 4, then it's 6, which would have given us 8. That one will be finished through this direction. Then 20. And 20 would allow 6. This 6 would come up to here. Only 4 would be allowed the other direction because 6 have passed. That would be 1 to 3 to 4 to 2 to 6. It would allow us 4. And then these 6, because 4 have only gone, 2 would pass here and go the other direction. So 1, 2, to 3, to 3, to 5, then 6 would have allowed us 2. So we would have 6, 8, 4, 6, 2. No, not 6. 1, 3, 4. It is 4. 1, 8, 4. 1, 3, 4, 2, 6. 1, 3, 4, 2, 6 would have allowed 4. 18. Then this one would allow the 2. There's no other 6. It was 6, 8, 4, and 2, which is 20. So there are so many other, you could have used any other direction or any other approach, any other routes. But again, the solution will still be the same, which is 20 cars. Or if there are hundreds of cars, this is 2,000 cars per hour, maximum from Natete to Bweyogerere. You could do the reverse from Bweyogerere to Natete. Then the last part is the shortest route. The shortest route technique. The shortest route technique. This determines the shortest route or distance in a network of roads. And it can be used to determine the shortest route from one city location to another through a network of roads or railways or canals, depending on the type of road system. And we could again do this by way of example. Example, Mukwano Industries. Mukwano Industries is trying to move transport finished products from its plant in industrial area to its warehouse in industrial area located as Node 1 to its warehouse in Kawempe indicated as Node 6. And the road network between industrial area, Kampala industrial area, and Kawempe is as indicated here below. This is 1, this is 6. This is industrial area. This is Kawempe. So this is a road network, and the connection is between those networks. This is 100, this is 200. The distances are indicated like that. It could be kilometers, it could be any unit. This is 150. This is 150. This is 100. This is 40. This is 100. This is 50. This is 200. Requirement. If the objective of Kawempe, if the objective of Nkwano Industries is to transport these items using the shortest route, study the network, and advise Nkwano Industries accordingly. So the steps for this route are as follows. The steps for this technique, The steps for this technique are as follows. Steps you have to follow. Steps. Number one, find the nearest node or location to the origin and put that distance in a box. Number two, find the next nearest node to the origin and put this distance in the node, in the box by the node. Repeat this process until you have gone through the entire network. The last distance at the ending node will be the shortest distance for this route. Now, as you can see from here, if you are moving from one, you can either take this direction or the other direction. Now, the shortest route here is 100. So we move up to here and we put this as 100. We box it as 100. We take this route. When we reach here, we're going to either proceed by 200 or by 100 or by 50. Of the three, which is the smallest or the shortest route? This is the nearest route to 50. So here we have added up to 150. When we add this to this, it is 150. 150. Now, when we have reached here, there is no any other route, but it is to take this direction, which gives us 40. Now, when it gives us 40, when we take that direction, which gives us 40, here it will have become 190 as a total distance. 190 is a total distance. When we're at 190, we could either move up. This is 150, this is 100. Now, if it is 150 and this is 100, the shortest route, of course, would be take 100. Because taking the 150 and again would be rational. So we take this route and we add on 100, so this will become 290. And that is the shortest route. That is the shortest route in this direction. That is the shortest route. So the shortest route, of course, it's like a transportation. It is it's a maximization problem. It gives you the shortest route from one location to another location. And those are the most important network models or network techniques. As I said, there are three of them. There is a spanning tree, there is the maximum flow, and then there is the shortest route technique. As I've told you, we are constrained by time. We cannot go into the details beyond here, or even cover more than what we have covered. What we have covered are the essentials. This is supposed to be the last day of teaching. As I've said before, or I've announced this in this class, courseworks will be dispatched to you via your course leader. I'm going to send the questions to him by email, and he should be able to distribute them to you. Otherwise, this ends what I was supposed to have taught you. We have not gone into the details because of the constraints we have faced because of the coronavirus. Make sure you stay safe. Observe the standard operating procedures. And I wish you a Merry Christmas and success in your examinations. I thank you.